Your whole life, your mommy's protected you from all adversity, pain, and suffering. And in effect, that has made you a weak, undisciplined, pathetic man. One thing your father should have taught you when you were younger is the value of suffering. But since he didn't, I will teach you the value of suffering, and I will teach you how to use it to your advantage. Now, what we first need to do is to destroy your limiting belief that suffering is a bad thing. All extremely successful men have suffered. They've been through the trials and tribulations of life, and they face suffering and adversity and pain and discomfort in their everyday lives. You must realize that you have to fail and fail and fail again to be a success. All successful men, all extremely successful men, have been through so much suffering in their everyday lives, and that's what makes them successful. But now I gotta teach you how we can use this suffering to our advantage. Well, what we first must do is use a technique by David Goggins called taking mental snapshots. Now, how you do this is whenever you're in a difficult situation and you feel uncomfortable and you're asking yourself those hard questions, what you gotta do is you gotta dissect your thoughts. You gotta look into your mind and think, how can I get through this? How can I answer these hard questions and keep going? You need to take a mental snapshot. Now, what I mean by this is you have to kind of lock this memory of this thought in your mind and think, if I can keep going through this, how will I use this in the next situation? How can I turn this into a lesson and use it in the next? But when you're trying to answer those hard questions, it's going to be difficult and you're going to suffer. But you must suffer, because suffering is what builds success. So when you're in your mind and you're going through your mental cookie jar and you're answering those hard questions, how can I get through this? Well, you've been through it the last time. You gotta be able to answer that question. Why am I here? To improve. Why do I want to improve? To make my life better. Why do I want to make my life better? To be a better person to the people around me and be happier. If you can keep answering those questions and dive deeper into the rabbit hole, you will succeed. I believe that you will succeed. You got to keep using those lessons, keep pushing those lessons back on to the next run, the next difficult cardio session, the next long gym day, the next session of deep work that you have to do, which is very difficult. The eat the frog work. Keep pushing it on. Keep using those lessons in your everyday life. Now, what I want you to do is to set some challenges for yourself. And do not skip this part. I want you to write down 5 to 10 things that suck, but you know will make you grow. And don't cope here. Don't say, oh, this is BS. Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm just going to skip this part. No, do not skip this part. This is essential. You're going to write down 5 to 10 things that suck, but you know will make you grow. I'll do mine with you, okay? Okay, I've written down my 5. Whatever your 5 are, doesn't matter. They suck, they'll make you grow. Mine are recording videos, going for cardio sessions, waking up early, doing deep work, and doing long leg days. Those are my 5 things that suck, but I know will make me grow, okay? Now, what I want you to do now is I want you to utilize at least one of these in your everyday life. I want you to do at least one of these every single day. It doesn't matter how packed your schedule is, whatever you have going on. I want you to do one of these every single day. Absolutely no excuses. You're on vacation, still do at least one of them. And if you can, I would try to do 2 to 3 of them. Now, what I like to do is set tasks for myself that are difficult every single day. And those suck. Those make me suffer. But what you can do is utilize any of these. So you've written down 5 to 10. I wrote down 5. Maybe you wrote down 7, 8. What you want to do is you want to use one of these every single day. At least one of them every single day. If not more. More, it would be better. But use one of these every single day. And in effect, the more you do this, the more you'll grow. So now we're setting challenges for ourselves. But now let's go back to what I was talking about earlier. You must suffer. I want you to further realize the value of suffering. The more you suffer, the more you grow. I want you to realize what it takes to succeed. You have to suffer. Each and every day, you have to continue to suffer. And if you're not willing to do that, you're not willing to sacrifice so much and put your heart and soul into this, then you won't succeed in any areas of your life. Whether it's business, weightlifting, getting girls, whatever. You won't succeed if you don't invest your heart and soul into it. I'm not saying sell your soul. No. I practice religion. I'm a Christian. I love religion. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to emotionally and physically invest into this. It takes every second of your life. That's a good quote from David Goggins. It takes every second of your life to succeed. You got to realize that. You got to be willing to do what it takes to succeed. If you want to succeed. Do you want to succeed? Ask yourself that question right now. Another actionable step. Ask yourself that question right now. Do I want to succeed? The answer is yes. So what do you have to do to succeed? You have to suffer. You have to make discomfort the new norm. If you can make discomfort the new norm, you will succeed. Every single day, become uncomfortable. Because the more you do, the more you'll start to callous your mind. That's more David Goggins. I love David Goggins, man. His advice is so good. I'm trying to share it with you. I'm trying to share you these valuable lessons. My whole life, I was a coward. I ran away from my problems. Not anymore. I don't want you to be like that either. I want you to succeed. I know I will succeed. And I know you will too. And like I was saying, use these lessons every single day. Take the mental snapshots and use the lessons later on. Learn eventually how to get through them. Because the first few times it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But eventually you'll continue to become competent at it. And when you become competent at it, you got to return back to that hard place in your mind. You got to level up the challenge. 5-mile run gets easy. 6 miles. You got to continue to level up the challenge in your mind. Make it harder and harder. Because if we stay in the same place forever, we won't grow. And we need to grow to succeed. So the more you can do this, the more you can challenge your mind and callous your mind, the more you can grow. And when we grow, we succeed. And I want to see you succeed. If you found this video useful, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. And to learn the value of mental health, click on the card in the top right corner of the screen. And as always, I love you, bro. Don't become wasted potential. Mwah. That was a terrible kiss. Mwah.